Hello students, as you all are aware that under health education and community pharmacy, presently we are discussing with the second chapter of your syllabus, which is called nutrition and health. In simple sense, we can say this chapter will consist of all the details about the importance of nutrition with regard to health aspects, how various nutrients plays an important role in various biological functions, and thereby they help in one's growth, development and maintenance. And we have already seen that nutrition is an important process, or it is a basic process for the primary health of an individual. It's essential thing because through nutrition, nutrients are provided to our body and which will perform n number of functions in our body. We have seen in classification also, some nutrients provides energy to our body, some nutrients protects our body, some nutrients they build our body, some nutrients plays an important role in carrying out various reactions. So in number of processes these nutrients are involved, and the process of providing these nutrients to our body through food for normal growth, development and maintenance is nothing but nutrition. In the last lecture, we have gone through the various definitions of nutrition. After that, definition of food, then definition of nutrients or food factors, then what do you mean by essential nutrient and non-essential nutrient, and after that we switched our discussion to classification of food, because these nutrients are provided through food only. Whatever we eat, through those substances these nutrients enter in our body. So that's why the definition of food and classification of food is there in this chapter. We have now you can classify food into various types by taking various things as criteria or basis. Say for example, you can classify food based on its origin, from where it is coming, or you can classify food based on its primary or basic biological function which it performs in our body, or even you can classify food depending on its chemical composition. And one of the important type of classification is based on the nutrients that particular food contains. So in all, we will go through 4 types of classification of food. Now the first type of classification is based on its origin. According to the origin, you can divide all the food or food substances into 2 parts. One, animal origin food. You can take an example of fish, meat, egg, etc. And second class is vegetable or plant origin food. You can take an example of fruits or green leafy vegetables or cereals or millets, etc. Now second type of classification is depending on the primary or basic or predominant biological function a given food performs in our body, and on that basis we can divide all the food into 3 types. One, energy giving food or energy yielding food. Example is sugar or cereals. Second type of class is body building food. Example, you can take pulses as they are rich in proteins, then animal food again they are rich in proteins, then nuts, Then third category, according to the primary function, biological function, is protective food. Example, fruits and vegetables, because they contain different minerals and vitamins. Then third type of classification of food is depending on their chemical composition. And according to that, you can divide food substances as proteins or fats or carbohydrates or vitamins or minerals. So in all you can make 5 classes depending on their chemical composition. If a food is made up of amino acids, you will classify it under proteins. If a food contains oily substances, or you can say fats, or what you can say, fatty acids, then it will be classified under fat. Then if a food is made up of sugar substances, whether it is glucose, fructose, maltose, lactose or so on, then it will be classified as carbohydrates. Then vitamins and minerals. So we will be covering all these nutrients in detail. Then fourth type of classification, which is one of the important amongst all these, is depending on its nutritive value. That means what nutrients a given food provides to us. Depending on that, you can divide food into number of categories. Number 1, cereals and millets. Now you know cereals is nothing but a grass which is grown for its grains. So cereals, you can take an example of wheat, rice, maize, etc. And these cereals, they provide carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals and proteins. And millets is also nothing but a type of grain, or it is also a grass which is grown for its grains, but they are very small grains. Say for example of millet is pearl millet, which is called as bajra. Then amaranth, you can take another example of millet which is called as rajgira. Then you can take an example of sorghum as a millet which is called as jawar. So cereals and millets, they provide carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals and proteins. Second class is pulses, which we normally call as dal. And you can take an example of green gram, which is called as moong. Then red lentil, which is called as masoor dal. Then black gram, which is called as urad dal. Then white lentil, again it is a urad dal. One is kali urad and one is white urad or safed urad. So you can take the example of pulses like that, and they are rich in proteins, minerals, B group vitamins and few amino acids. Then third class is vegetables. You can take number of examples of vegetables. Say for example green chili, spinach, ज्याला आपण पालक म्हणतो. Then lady finger, which is called as your bhendi. Then cauliflower, which is called as full gobi, capsicum, shimla mirchi, cabbage, patta gobi, tomato, potato, carrot. Number of examples you can take. Even nowadays which is coming in market is green beans. So number of examples you can take under vegetables, and they are rich in minerals and vitamins particularly. Now next category is nuts and oil seeds. Now in nuts you can take example of almond, cashew, pistachios, walnut. And oil seeds you can take example of soybean, cottonseed, peanut, then sunflower seeds, etc. Now these materials are rich in fats, proteins, minerals and amino acids. Next category is fruits. Now fruits are rich in vitamins and minerals, and under fruit you can take n number of examples, say grapes, apple, banana, then your what you can take, water lemon, number of fruits you can take an example. Then next category is animal food, which is rich in proteins, fats, vitamin A and B group vitamins. And animal food also, you can take an example of fish, meat, egg, etc. Then comes your fats and oils. Fats and oils, definitely they are rich in vitamin A and D. And you can take examples of number of fats: ghee, butter, cheese, paneer, whole egg. Then under oils you can take example of sunflower oil, groundnut oil, rice bran oil, mustard oil. Number of examples you can take. Then is sugar and jaggery. It is rich in carbohydrate and iron. Now jaggery is in routine language is called as good. So it is a product of sugarcane juice. And next category is condiments and spices. Now these condiments and spices, they are generally used for flavoring the food. You can take examples of salt, mustard म्हणजे ज्याला आपण राई म्हणतो, or pickle under condiments. And spices you can take example of cinnamon, ज्याला आपण म्हणतो cinnamon chili, दालचिनी ज्याला म्हणतो आपण, or black mustard, राई ज्याला म्हणतो, or black cardamom, इलायची ज्याला म्हणतो, black pepper, काली मिर्च, fennel, सौफ, asafoetida, हिंग, turmeric, clove, coriander powder म्हणजे धनिया powder. You can take number of examples under condiments and spices, and they are generally used for flavoring the food, and they don't have any as such any nutritional value, but they act as flavoring agent, they act as digestive substances, and they act as carminative. So they help in digestion of food and removal of gases. And last type of food you can say miscellaneous food. The example you can take tea, coffee, your soft drinks, etc. So here we come to the end of classification of food.